So that's it. You decided that you want to start programming and become a software developer. But there are so many different areas, technologies, programming languages that you just feel overwhelmed with options. So what should you do? Let's jump in and see how to pick the right area of IT for you. First of all, we need to talk about the basics, and those would be the general areas. All software developers could be divided into three main categories: frontend, backend, and full stack. So frontend, it involves the design and implementation of user interfaces and user experiences, as well as the integration of backend functionality and data. If you enjoy working on interfaces, creating visual designs, and related things, then frontend would be a good option for you. Backend involves the design of your architecture of services, databases, as well as implementation of algorithms and data structures that govern how data is transferred, processed, and communicated. And then there is full stack, which refers to the development of both the front end and the back end. A full stack developer is the person who has expertise in both front end and back end and who's able to build a product from start to finish. Therefore, I would not recommend to go into full stack right away because you will be overwhelmed with many options and things that you need to learn. So if you have to pick between the two and you really have no preferences, I would suggest you to go into backend development because it has more applications to it and I believe is a more future-proof option. However, it doesn't mean that frontend isn't the right choice for you. And I'll give you a simple example. It is pretty easy to start front-end after you master backend. However, it is not true in reverse. It is pretty difficult to start backend if you master front-end. Okay, and now let's talk about how to investigate IT areas. When it comes to picking a specific area for your career path, there are a couple things that you need to consider. Before anything, you need to identify your skills and strengths. It is much easier to start something new if you already have related knowledge and skills to that area. So I would really advise you to get a piece of paper or go on your computer and write down all the skills that you have. Maybe you're good with advanced mathematics or you had experience designing a product. All your past experiences could help you advance your career faster as a software developer. The second thing would be to get to know the areas of IT. Go watch a quick 10-minute video about what artificial intelligence is and how it works. Explore different engines that are used in game development, or even just read articles about how to build a website. Gather all the intel that you can get and write down the main points as you go along. After you're done, compare how each area of IT aligns with your interests and skills, and this will help you to make the right decision. The third thing to consider is to explore career and tech roadmaps. Career roadmap allows you to see how you will grow in your specialization throughout the years. It is important to plan out your career, to have certain milestones set so that you know that you're growing, you're advancing, and you bring more value to the industry. The tech roadmap is also very valuable as it will provide you with guidance and a general direction. It will help you to identify the key tools, frameworks, practices that will help you to become an expert in your area. These types of career maps are pretty easy to find on the internet, but you could also create one yourself as you investigate each area. Lastly, it is crucial to consider the demand for the certain profession or an area of IT. You need to find a sweet spot for your specialization so that it's not very niche with barely any job openings and it's not so popular that there is so much competition. But at first, I would suggest you to stick with a rather popular area that has a lot of job openings. So these would be the main things to consider when you're trying to decide on what area you want to pick for your career path. Lastly, I will give some additional tips to help you make the right decision. Talk to people who are already in different areas of IT. Maybe you have some friends, relatives, colleagues that are pursuing a career path that you're interested in. If you don't have such connections, don't be afraid to find people and ask them. Go in communities and message people or even send direct messages. It is absolutely fine, there is nothing wrong with that. You will be surprised how much people would want to help you and share their insight. Don't forget to ask direct questions. What would be my responsibilities, or how future-proof is this career? Also ask for their advices and opinions, but remember, at the end of the day, you're the one who is listening and you're the one who needs to make the decision for yourself. The second tip is the following. It is great to follow your passion and your interest, but just remember that it's possible to discover something that you love in the process. So therefore, if you do not have any initial preferences, I would advise you to pick a more future-proof IT area and a career path with a good salary. Imagine if you get to love something that you do in the process, and then it would come with so many benefits. It's just great. So that's it. Now you know how to pick the right area of IT for your career path. In the next video, we will talk about how to get started quickly and how to learn effectively. Have a good day and see ya!